Oh boy, is it just me? Or have we reached past the point of no return when it comes to people getting overly offended over the most simplest of things? So if you haven't heard, Far Cry 5 got announced this past weekend, and it was met with positive reception by fans. And me, I'm a little bit lukewarm on it, mainly because Ubisoft lost my trust a long time ago, and every trailer I see by them for like any game they're about to release, I just take it with a grain of salt until the official release date. However, as soon as the trailer dropped, there were groups of people all over the internet talking about how racist and anti-American the trailer was, which in my opinion is completely and utterly ridiculous. Some even made claims that the game attacked Christianity due to how the cult in the game takes Christianity to a new extreme, which is nothing new in the United States. I mean, like, we've got Westboro Baptist Church, a few other Christian groups I could name, but yeah. So, but you know, I'm willing to bet money that if the SJWs would get mad if Far Cry 2 were released today, because in Far Cry 2, the game takes place in Africa, and you're playing as a mercenary going around killing other African mercenaries. So yeah. So back on track. As you can tell by the title of this video, some overly offended gamers went and started a petition that's calling for Ubisoft to go and cancel Far Cry 5 due to all that was mentioned just a few seconds ago. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the petition out to you verbatim. As a matter of fact, I have the link to the petition below, but please, for the love of God, don't sign it. Please don't. And before I start, let me tell you, this thing has 1,510 signatures. 1,510 signatures. And it's hard to tell who signed the petition as a joke and who signed it because they really felt this way. So that's the craziest part about this. So anyway, oh, there we go. Anyways, here's the petition. Enough is enough, Ubisoft. We've sat through enough of your multicultural lectures and your preachy games aimed at degenerates and miscegenators. I'm sorry, guys. I'm messing up. We've tolerated it in the name of gameplay and design and innovation, but no more. Far Cry 5 is an insult to your fanbase and Americans who make up the majority of your customers, and it's time you woke up to that fact. Change this, or cancel it. Us gamers have had to endure a lot of that crap over the last few years. The targeted harassment by the mainstream press through Gamergate, the terrible launch and outright lies of highly anticipated video games. Oh, look who you're talking to. Anyway, sorry. The outright censorship of art through localization policies. A few Japanese games have gone through that. The continued rejection of romantic partners when they find out our hobby, the appropriation of, our hobby, sorry about that, I didn't see the comma. The appropriation of our culture by so-called gamers on Twitter. No more! It's time to draw a line in the sand. We, the American gamers that make up the majority of your user base, demand you cancel this game, or alter it to be less offensive to your main player base. You see, okay, the people that enjoyed the trailer, like the millions of people that watched, oh my god, sorry guys, there's like a storm going on right now, I hear thunder rolling in. But anyways, the people getting offended at this, like, Lord, man, I can't even think of words for them. So anyways, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, but millions of people watched that trailer, and I really don't have the like-dislike ratio, but with the amount of likes on it, I can tell that thousands of people, including like the total view count, were not offended. The people that disliked it either disliked it because they probably maybe they didn't like the gameplay and stuff, or I'm willing to bet that at least a small percentage of the people that disliked it actually believe this. And to be honest, I'm hoping this petition is like a troll petition, for God's sake. So anyways, let's get back on track. So here are the following suggestions to make your game right. Step 1. Change the villains. It's not so hard, really. Just change the villains to something more realistic. Islam is on the rise in America, as is the violence of inner-city gangs. Well, wow. Wow, very charming right there, buddy. Are you scared to do so? In the words of Voltaire, to learn who rules you, simply find out who's not being criticized. Oh boy, when you have people that are overly offended, famous philosophers. I mean, not criticizing, quoting famous philosophers. There's something wrong. I'm sorry. Step 2: alter the villains. Even if you insist on making the villains American Christians, consider mixing the races a bit, not to target white people exclusively. Wow. God. There are plenty of nationalists of every stripe and race and creed, so throw in some blacks and Mexicans. There's no reason a protectionist nationalist movement would be all one race. Why stop being politically correct here? Well, to answer your question, buddy, there are some cults in America that take Christianity to a whole new extreme, and some of them like even propagate racism to an extent. So they're trying to stay true to some of those cults in America. That's why Ubisoft made them, I guess, all whites, I guess. I'm not even mad. Oh boy, we're getting, oh god. Step 3, alter the plot. It's obvious that you continue to insist on using these characters. However, with a few artistic tweaks, you can save the concept entirely. Have the villains simply be misguided patriots forced into making their own nation versus the will of an oppressive over-government, construed of all the people they turn their wrath against in the immediate surroundings. The brutal physical and sexual violence toward their oppressors will then be explained as a reaction to harsh government policies and taxation to show that both sides are wrong. Wow, alright, there's a lot of ground to cover for that point. God almighty. But anyways, the plot, it actually seems as good as it is. Like, group of rebels fighting against this huge religious cult. I mean, like, that's a pretty good plot. There have been many other movies and games, TV shows about that stuff. It's cliche, but it could work in this setting, and the game taking place in Montana. It would have worked better if this took place in Texas, to be honest. So, anyways, change the setting, but only for certain markets. Oh my god. Look, I get that anti-Americanism plays in France, and I'm sorry, what? Anti-Americanism plays in France? Anti-Americanism in France, my dude? Really? France and anti-Americanism. France, they really have no reason to hate America, okay? This is just a group of artists who decided to write out the plot, the script, the characters for a game, submitted it, and then everyone approved of it, okay? Anyways, but for America, oh god, sorry about that, my phone. Anyways, and I'm not telling you to give up on potential profits due to complaints. Wouldn't want to be thought as one of those hypocrite feminists, right? Look who's talking. But for America, right now, anti-Americanism is out. You gotta play your market. Change the setting to Canada for America. Would that make it any better? I'm sorry, but like, I'm sorry. Oh my god. This way you don't turn away potential players due to offensiveness. Oh my god. I'm telling you, man, are we living in the age of getting offended by like the drop of a hat, for God's sake, man? Being turned away by offensiveness, okay? Political correctness is what kills the plots of most games. I mean, like, I'm pretty anti-censorship myself too, but like political correctness in video games is just does not work, okay? Just trying to help you make more money. Well, you're not doing that. And besides, thousands of people, well, millions of people have already watched the trailer. They are probably already writing the code they're probably writing the code of the game as I speak this. So there's no way they're gonna like erase all that code just to rewrite something. All right, so the petition then gets on to an update. I was hoping to update this petition in regards to the success we're seeing in our mission. But Change.org decided to attempt to censor this petition by refusing access. They say they were just updating their server with the truth. Oh, real? Wow. I've seen a lot of claims that this petition promotes violence. Stop being I don't even... Wow. Stop being morons. I was merely pointing out that the groups they target may feel slighted and revolt against them. It's just a safety concern. How is that a safety concern, dude? Okay? How is that a safety concern? Because France, in the past few years... any extremist Christian cult is the last of their worries right now because France has been like getting bombarded with terrorist attack after terrorist attack after terrorist attack. Charlie Hebdo, Nice, France, when that guy took that truck and ran over nearly 100 people, I believe. Oh my God, it was a bloodbath. Okay, it's not a safety concern. Okay, no American Christian is gonna go fly all the way to France just to go to Ubisoft headquarters. And then, like, just throw firebombs and Molotovs at the whole thing. Like, no, fuck that, no. I would like to say that this petition has been a great success, really. Ubisoft has created some new game images for the game that shows some black man in the villain's Well, oh my god, maybe they didn't do it in response to you, okay? If they did, maybe they would have reached out to you on like one of their websites or social media. They did not do that because of you. So I'm sorry. Ubisoft has created some new images, and we can finally move true towards. I mean, oof, I'm sorry, I'm messing up. We can finally move to true equality once we ensure video game antagonists reflect reality. Dude, video game antagonists don't have to reflect upon reality, okay? Sephiroth does not. Okay, Sephiroth does not have to be like some crazy right wing redneck or something. Okay, friggin' Voz from Far Cry does not have to be some. I don't know, make something up. But still, video games are meant to be an escape from reality. Okay, not delve into reality. Although they can pick and choose some subjects from reality. But still, anyways. I think that they even made some of the enemies a little more Islamic by having them invoke their religion a lot in the trailer, which is great news. Ubisoft is truly listening to gamers. Oh god. If you, oh my god, if you think Ubisoft is listening to everyone, you got another thing coming, buddy. I mean, like with the advent of Uplay and everything, how they release trailers that look way, way better than the game. Yeah, no, fuck that, man, fuck that. Anyways, let me continue reading. But in their efforts to smear gamers, and this one gamer right here in particular, the mainstream games media and idiots on the internet have decided that since they can't target the argument, they have to find out the man and target him. Look at who they think or will say I am in order to derail the true mission of this petition and the rights of gamers everywhere. Well, this petition says sort of a lot about your character, so yeah. So the guy also went on to make a list of how people would view him. They view me as some random SJW journo. Great guys, just great. Shit yourselves almost immediately by saying this successful position is just a false flag. Two specific random SJW journos. Double crap yourselves again, thinking two idiots who stumbled onto this petition. Okay, well all you did was just repeat the same point twice, okay? 3, some IGN editors. You know, I'm sorry. I would not be mad if I found out the guy behind this was an IGN editor. I'm gonna be real here. I would not be mad. That would be so hilariously ironic because IGN, dude. You know, you can't spell ignorant without IGN. I'll tell you that. Yeah, that makes us gamers look real good, guys. We tell everybody the mainstream media games pros are just a low talent. I'm not even gonna finish that. Ubisoft employee. What? Ubisoft employee? What? Why would a Ubisoft employee even do that, though? What? And then he goes on and all this stuff. It's really unimportant. But anyways, political correctness in gaming just doesn't go hand in hand. Okay. It sucks that gaming companies nowadays, well, gaming companies and any companies in general, it could be like a marketing campaign or something. It sucks that that companies anywhere will just go and listen to the minority instead of listening to the majority. They'll go because the minority will be the ones saying that that they find something about I don't know, say a trailer or a commercial is offensive when really there's nothing offensive about it, and then they'll go like, oh, we're sorry that if we felt that we offended anyone, we'll try to do better again, when really they just did not want to catch fire from their paymasters or something. But still, it's bowing down to politically correct people and anyone that's easily offended is the last thing you'd ever want to do if you were in charge of a game company. I mean, seriously, dude. It's just so I can't find the words for it. It's just so maddening. And to be honest, as doubtful as I am for Far Cry 5, I really hope that Ubisoft does not stoop to this level of stupidity, because if they do, then they just shot themselves in the foot, because what could have been a great story was ruined by just 1,000 people. 1,000 people out of the millions who watched that trailer that came out this past weekend. So anyways, let me know your thoughts, guys. What do you think? So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed everything.